If you're a new mortgage agent or a loan originator, this video is for you. I'm going to share with you 3 tips to nail your mortgage sales call with a new client and get them to work with you. That's coming up right now. Welcome back, Victor here, helping you develop the right mindset to be the best in the business. First things first, if you're new to this channel and looking to grow your business, then please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. I'm going to share with you 3 tips that I incorporate in my own practice when I meet with a client for the first time. Plus, I'll tell you how to access my 6-step sales call video guide to get more clients to proceed to an application and into your sales pipeline. The first meeting or sales call with a new client is a big win. Why? Think about it. It's not easy to get leads. You have to put a lot of hard work into marketing and getting referral partners. So when you get that first yes, that's something to get excited about. And because it took so much effort to get this lead, you don't want to mess this up. You get one chance to put your best foot forward and make a good impression. But here's the problem. Most mortgage agents have 0 sales call training. So when they talk to a client for their first time, they go right into their pitch. They talk about how they have the best rates and products, how they represent over 50 lenders, etc. Or they try to go straight into the application and want to know everything upfront about their credit, employment history, income, details about the property, etc. I can understand why many use this approach, since you can't qualify a client without this information. Regardless, neither approach works in getting the sale. If you've done this before, don't worry, it's not your fault. You see, many brokerages offer training and support for the steps after you get a client to fill out a mortgage application. And that's great, but they don't give proper training on how to get your client to that point. Let me share with you 3 tips that I personally use for all my first-time client meetings. This is going to help you get more clients into your sales pipeline. So let's begin. Tip number 1, stop selling, start helping. This is a quote from Zig Ziglar, who was one of the world's most eminent sales trainers. This is about changing your focus from selling to helping your client. Adopting this mindset will forever change the way you do business. You see, people don't want to be sold to. They come to you because they need help in solving their pain points. And so, if you focus on helping your clients by putting yourself in their shoes and acting in a way that's not self-serving, you're already 90% of the way there to making a sale. Tip number 2, build rapport. The old way of selling was to memorize your script and deliver your pitch. That doesn't work anymore. At all. Now, you need to establish a relationship with your client before getting into your pitch. Think of this as the same way you'd want to meet a new friend. When you meet them, do you immediately go into your pitch and start talking about all the great things about yourself? I have these skills. I've won all these awards. This is why I'm the greatest. How would that conversation turn out? Instead, what if you first take an interest in your client? Ask the right questions. Find out their goals, their interests and challenges. Find out their pain points. A question I like to ask is, what would a successful outcome look like to you? This is a great question to ask because it allows the client to tell you exactly what needs to happen for you to make the sale. Ultimately, the objective is to build trust and get them to open up. And tip number 3, listen and acknowledge. Your questions and answers must make your client feel like you have heard them and you understand their challenges. In other words, ask questions that show you were in fact listening and that you understand their pain points. Nothing is worse than a salesperson who doesn't listen and is only focused on making the sale, right? Remember how I like to ask, what would a successful outcome look like to you? Well, now is the time to help them envision how you can help them achieve that desired successful outcome. That's why it's so important to ask that question beforehand. If done correctly, you'll position yourself as an expert on the subject and the right person for the job. Only then will your client be ready to work with you and fill out an application. Now, I understand that putting these tips into practice is not an easy thing to do, and it takes quick thinking on the fly, and it takes a lot of practice to master. So, to help you out, I've put together a video guide with my 6-step formula on how to nail your first sales call with a new client. In this guide, I walk you through my own process, step by step, that ultimately gets the client to choose to work with you and proceed with an application. You get to see firsthand how I conduct my client meetings and exactly what I say and why I say it. Think of it as an opportunity to job shadow me, except now you can watch the video anytime you want and as many times as you want. I also provide a script that you can customize to suit your style. As a bonus, I'll show you exactly how I overcome a few common objections, so your deals don't end up dead in the water. There's tremendous value in this guide. You get access to years of sales experience, neatly packaged into an easy-to-follow, easy-to-understand guide, with talking points and scripts you can start using straight away. To access this guide, simply follow this link below. That's it for this video. I hope you found these tips helpful and they have inspired you to have better, more meaningful, and successful client sales calls. If you did, please share, like, and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.